Don't worry, I'm not coming on for long. It's just a short one because I did go back just over to Soapbox and Gran Torino's on and Lulu, and I want to listen to some of their chat. But I just wanted to come on for those of you who support me and know what's going on. It was just to say thank you and thanks for the chat before because I didn't realise I was on for 2.5 hours, whatever it was, but I can talk for England. And it goes so quick. It's because you get distracted off people talking. And also, somebody said, I've not watched it. I might watch the 10 o'clock news on the telly, though I don't really want to give them the time of day. But I might watch it just to see, because some of you have texted, commented and said that the BBC have commented or put their lies across on the whole Brexit marches today, and someone said they were saying it was marches to stay in the EU. Oh, you did your gardening. I've just looked at my garden. I've got to do some gardening tomorrow. The grass is a bit long, and my tomato, I've got some tomato plants. They were wilting, but they're all right now. I've watered them. I've just got to water the rest. That's another thing I'm going to talk about tomorrow, I think. But yeah, apparently they're saying that the marches were to stay in the EU. If that is correct, we all know we don't. So therefore, we all know mainstream media is lying. But if it is on maybe 10 o'clock news tonight, I might just switch on the telly to see if they are reporting on anything, and if they are, what they're actually saying. Or you can comment in the comments if any of you have seen anything. I've not seen anything yet, but I'll tell the truth, I've not been looking for it. But like I said in the last video, they lie anyway, so that's no big surprise. And I just wanted to say to all of you that have come on and commented in the live chat the good things, the support, and saying some of you have got red pilled and how you enjoyed that stream, even though it was quite long. But it does go quite quick, you don't realise it's that long. Oh, thank you. They are so arrogant. They just think, I don't believe they all know. I think they're just doing the job, and they think, a reporter said something, they think it's correct, and we all know it isn't. But if anyone knows if they've reported on anything yet and what they've actually said, but I will be checking it out after. Not that I really want to give them the time of day, because we all know it's called to wallop at the end of the day. But I just wanted to come on and say thanks for the people who came in chat before, because, people are all over and we're on the same wavelength, and it's just nice when you can actually get in chat. Yeah, you get a few trolls now and again, but whatever. But when you can actually have a chat, and everyone in that chat was great, really. Everyone was awake or quite awake or getting awakened, and it was just nice dynamics going on in that chat, and people were getting on. I had my spout with someone there, but it's just like I said, it's my channel. I'll talk about what I want. You don't like it, don't watch it. Yeah, it's just to say thank you, because I don't know if you've noticed, I do try to get back to people who, hi Gavin, just type Brexit. I was trying to look before. I will type it in because, hi MJ, got your glasses on. I will type it in because I know they'll be lying, and, oh, my hair's different again, by the way. And I forgot what I was saying now. Well, we all know the lie. I don't really want to give them the time of day, but I will have a look because they just make me laugh. They're just pathetic. But I don't know if you've noticed, I always actually try to get back to people in comments and stuff. I try to get back to people. I have even got back to trolls sometimes. I'm learning to try not to, because there's no point. It's just wasting your breath on people that are either not awake or just there to troll. But I do try to get back to people, as people know, on other channels. I am going back to when I've done this over on Soapbox. Gran Torino's on there. He's from Ireland, if anyone wants to go and check him out with Lulu. But I do try to engage with people. I think sometimes when you go on, sometimes like people have a platform and you can disable your comments, because sometimes obviously you get trolls and stuff, which sometimes you want to do because you just think, oh, trolls. But that's what trolls want you to do. That's the freedom of speech thing. Again, they want you to get mad, to get scared of coming on your platform because you're thinking, oh God, not trolls again. It's another mechanism for shutting you up, because some people will be like, oh, I've had loads of trolls, I don't want to go on now because I'm going to get loads of trolls. You can either engage with them, which I do sometimes, or just totally ignore them. That's what they want you to do. They want you to not come on your channel because you're scared of getting trolled. But it's like I've always said, they're either trolling or they're asleep, or, you know, you can just tell them to get lost, to go and support another channel that they believe in. But some will just do it because they've got nothing else better to do. But you get some big YouTubers and that who don't have, they have, yeah, I know you're a troll, but that's all right. You know, we have a bit of a ding dong on the comments, but, you know, you're not that bad, actually. I just believe some of us, even trolls, I believe some of us on the same wavelength, but we get misguided with all this, who's a Zionist and this, that and the other, when people aren't properly looking. That's all right. That's all right. Don't mind if you're sort of not that nasty. That's fine. It's freedom of speech anyway, but, you know, it's my channel. I will talk about what we'll talk about, but that's fine. But some people have comments that are disabled, so people can't comment, which is a bit annoying, really, because I went on This Morning channel, you know, the English This Morning channel, and they put their stuff up on there, and you can't comment on it, so you can't say, oh, that's a pack of lies, this is that, and the other. It's a bit annoying. I could do that if I got fed up, but at the end of the day, I do try to engage with people. You get some really big YouTubers with lots of subscriptions and they don't engage with, I know maybe it's because they've got that many subscribers, they can't talk to everybody. I just confess the trolls, it makes them shut. Yeah, and I even think if I was a massive YouTuber with millions of people, I'd still try and get back to as many people as I possibly could, because one thing, yeah, I know, I'm learning that now. it's because you want to wake people up, but then everyone thinks they're right at the end of the day, don't they? But I tried to get, hi Sandy, I saw that I'm not staying on for 2.5 hours. I tried to get back to people, as Sandy knows, I talk to her different ways, I always have done. I tried to get back to people because I think people know, people know you're real if you're engaging with people. If you're just sort of putting stuff up and you're not engaging, even if it's a bit negative, like people have always said with my videos, because I sit quite close to the camera and I talk to people, I try to look that way, but it just doesn't work. I have to look that way. Why not? Let's just carry on and do 2.5 more hours. You never know. You never know. I say that and I'm probably on for about 3 hours now. But I forgot what I was saying now. Hi, James. What was I saying? That's what's hard about live chat, because you get distracted. But yeah, I try to get back to people because I think it's nice to be engaging. And a lot of people have always said, I like your videos because it's like you're talking to me as an individual. Like, I'm sat here with a cup of tea, talking to a friend. This is how I talk to my friends. So that's why I don't sit like mega far away. Like, hi, I sit quite close because, well, also so I can see what you're saying. Oh, he's gonna start again, but you don't have to take no notice. We had a good chat before, so, but you know, all are welcome. But I think my next chat is gonna be on chemtrails, whether you believe it or not. Yeah, maybe a bit of flat earth. I'm not saying I believe in that, I'm just saying. Oh, hi, Witchy Princess. I don't know what you've been thinking of my videos, because apparently I'm racist. Woohoo! Apparently I'm racist. Witchy Princess. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos. I don't mind if you feel offended or you hate me or you want to go off my channel, but I don't know if you've seen them. I said the other day about Antifa and all that. And I know, Witchy Princess, I'm sure you said you've got a Luciferian church near you. You know when people go around with Black Lives Matter, I said, I don't know if you saw it, don't shout at me, I said Black lives don't matter, as in, if you say Black lives don't matter, nobody else's lives matter, nobody, you know, if you're white, Chinese, whatever. I then said, it's not Black Lives Matter, or it's not, let's go around with the board saying White Lives Matter. I said everybody's lives matter. It's freedom for humanity. So I think some people got offended, but I was like, why? I was saying all lives matter, whatever culture you're from. Oh, no, I didn't think so. I know some of you know, like, I know I keep going on the best person, and I'm not saying any names or anything, but they said this, 2 people have done this actually. They said, I've seen you for what you really are, And I was like, well, if you go back to the beginning of my YouTube channel, I haven't changed. I might be talking about different things because I've woken up to a lot of stuff, but I haven't changed from being me and being positive and saying what I really think. And I'm being real about stuff. And I've always said throughout my channel, I know some of you on here from the beginning of the channel, that it's all about positivity and love. It doesn't matter what colour skin you've got or where you're from in the world. We're all one. We're all from one, therefore we're all the same. So, I just don't get some people, especially Antifa, fighting for the wrong thing. You know, and the white supremacy thing and the white, like, privilege thing. Like, I don't have special privileges. It's just stupid. But I'm not talking about that. I just know that I know some of you know what I'm talking about, basically. But yeah, I think I'm going to talk about... I've had my channel for... I don't know. I don't know if it's... Is it... it might be 3 years this year. I don't know. 2 years. I don't know. I just started it because I like chatting. But I want to do a talk on maybe tomorrow about GMOs, chemtrails, flat earth, whether you believe it or not. I'm not saying I do, I'm just saying. You know, all these other conspiracy things that people think are conspiracies, big pharma, all that sort of stuff. I think that'll be quite a good chat because there's lots of different things, and just to see what people think, because that's another thing to make you think. Because the skies are look a bit chemmy today because they weren't yesterday, but they have had a few lines in the sky, and it's that I call them funny clouds, like flat clouds, not fluffy big ones like the other day. Some people might not believe in chemtrails. I certainly believe in chemtrails. You can see it, but I'll talk about that tomorrow for the people who maybe haven't heard about it. Maybe you don't look up to the skies, but I think that'll be a good chat because that's all connected to everything we're talking about. When people say, "Oh, you're not awake," oh, I am. It's massive. Keep saying this. Well, that's up to you. You can join the chat tomorrow if you want to. But like I said, everyone can have their opinion. If you think it's fake, you think it's fake. Wonder why people are ill these days. Why? What do you think about flat earth? I think it's funny anyway. I've said in other videos, it wouldn't bother me the slightest. Like, what's the problem if it was? I know there's a divide between it, and because we've been lied about history anyway, whatever. But even if it's turned out to be, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. I'd just be like, fair enough. I don't know. Yeah, but I could look at the other side and think, yeah, you can be on a plane, you can be through a telescope. Actually, I've never been to space, so I don't know. I'm not saying the world's flat, I'm just saying, this is what people don't get. I'm just saying, well, what if it was? What difference does it make to your life if the world was flat? I'm not saying it is flat, but I can look at some of those videos and think, yeah, I can see what they're talking about. It makes sense. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's been proven definitely to be, but I'm saying it's fun to wonder if it was. And if it was, what would it change? Like, would it change? What would it change? Would it change... If the Earth was flat, would it change, like, times getting to places by aeroplane? Because we could have been duped. They could be putting us on a long track somewhere because it's more money to fly. The longer you fly, the more money it is. I don't know. There's lots of weird stuff going on at the minute, but I'm not saying that so you don't have to jump on my back about it. Like, oh, it's not true. I'm not saying it's true or it's not true. I'm just saying it's fun. Well, maybe they are hiding God. I mean, when you look in the Bible, it says certain things. Of what I've seen lately, because I did buy one to have a nosy in it, but who really knows? That's what I'm saying. We all go on about this, that, and the other, but who really knows? Do you really know what in passing? Do you know what I mean? People go on about stuff. It's like, well, have you got your own space shuttle to go up there to actually see? How do you know they don't put round lenses on things to make things look. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's fun to talk about. That's what you. Sometimes you talk about things and people jump on you straight away. And it's just like you're just saying, let's have a discussion about it. Like, how many of you think this or that? Well, you can go and check all them channels out. I'm not having a massive discussion about it now. I'm just saying it's fun to talk about it. But you see all these people that come and try and troll me, it's anything I say they want to jump on, so I'm not really bothered. Not interested. But what else? Chemtrails, flat earth, GMOs, big pharma, hidden technologies. Well, we just never agree on anything, do we? Well, we do sometimes. We have sometimes. I think we did once. Well, we might have to join in tomorrow then, because that's what I'm going to talk about. Not just that, different things. I just find it interesting. That's why I can think outside the box. Like, I can go on videos and think, oh, yeah, actually, it sounds like it could be flat. And it's quite fun to think that way. Because like I said, you can't believe everything you read and everything you see. What's JQ? Don't forget some of the videos you've told me to go to. I think they're from the Antifa team myself. You always bring that up though. I don't know why you always bring it up. I tried to tell you the other day, because this guy thinks that Tommy Robinson is a Zionist. Because he looked at the video with the Zionist badge on. He was taking the mick. It's called British humour. The guy said to you, are you a Zionist? And he went, yeah. He meant no. He was like, yeah. Are their country not supposed to be... all the countries around the world, are they not supposed to be set free and given back to the countries who had them? That guy put that video up and did it twice. Tommy wasn't saying that. That's what people don't get. Someone told him he was a Zionist a little bit back. So he stuck a badge on saying he was a Zionist. It's called British humour. It was taking the mick. I'd do the same thing. If I knew someone was watching me and someone had been saying that, he did it for a joke, I would stick a badge on saying, yeah, I'm a Zionist. He was taking the mick. That's what some people don't understand. If you don't get British humour, then you won't understand. And if you are British, then I don't know what you're going on about. You should know that. Even the person who did that video should know that. But that person could be a lefty. That person could be in an Antifa gang and would say that, because that's all they bring up all the time is Zionist, Jewish, whatever. They always say that. But I don't take no notice of that video. It's quite funny. And that's what they all point to on Antifa side, because they haven't been researching properly. Because Tommy Robinson, what knows Brian London, who lives in Israel, a really nice guy. Go and watch that. Why don't you go and watch his channel and learn some stuff? Why don't you watch the channel I was talking about before, where he was at a university doing a speech? You keep putting your links in my comments. People who know who Tommy Robinson is will watch that video and laugh their head off. Do you not know that's some English on here? And they have seen that video. I saw that video before you showed me that video. It's quite funny. You don't understand what he's trying to say. And I'll keep telling you that. So put a link up there. People who know what's really going on and know what Tommy Robinson's about will watch that video or choose not to. We'll watch it and just be like, right, okay. I'm not a little girl, am I? Well, you sound like you're from Antifa, because that's all they pump out all the time. But that doesn't matter anyway. I've seen that video. It was quite funny. You can tell by his face. Who? Well, who are you talking to? I can't see anyone else in the chat that's a girl. But you know what I mean? People link things on my channel all the time, and if people see them, it doesn't mean that they're going to believe a link because someone's put it on there. If they know the true purpose behind something, they're not going to believe it. I know, I get that a lot. I don't get a lot of people going on, and like I said, they're welcome to say, but at the end of the day, I'm going to defend it. That's what I mean, Jew. Why are we always talking about Jews? Exactly. That's all they bring up all the time is oh, it's Jew. Okay then. When you start talking truth, you start seeing people coming up putting the stuff in. But there's more support I get on here that's positive than there's negative. I said that in the last video. There is a video, if anyone's not seen it, there's a video. He might link it, so you might be able to watch it after. There's a video of Tommy Robinson, someone interviewing him, and he's got a big badge on saying Zionist, because everyone's got a problem with this Zionist Jew thing, and that's what everyone shouts out. So the guy asks him, are you a Zionist? And he goes like this, he goes, you are? And he went, yeah. Someone said he was a Zionist ages ago, so he went with a big badge saying I'm a Zionist, because he was taking the mick, basically, if anyone gets British humour. He was taking the mick. He's a Luton-born lad, Luton in London, a Luton-born lad, working class man, I should say now, sticking up, he's a patriot, so hello. And then, if you haven't seen the video of him wearing, the last video I did, I can't remember what I said it was on some union channel, where he's in a shirt and tie, and he's doing a speech there, and it's well given out, and you always say that. I'm not listening to you because you always say that. I know the truth, so whatever, you just keep going on with yourself. And he gives a really great speech, and even my dad watched that and said, oh, you know, he gave a really great speech, because like I said in the last video, they always go on about what he did before, and this, that and the other, and I said everyone's not perfect, but I don't know why people have got a problem with, like, when you go on Brian London's channel, who's really good and does a lot of support for Tommy, they say Tommy's a Zionist because he's friends with Brian London, who's Jewish, and he's moved back to Israel, and does it make... I know German people. I used to live in Germany when I was younger because my dad was in the army. Is every German person a Nazi? Like, from way back, if Nazis were reported to do what they did, does that make every German person a Nazi and a horrible person, and they want to go around killing people like the Nazis did? No. So, and what's your point? What's your point? What's your point? But you're welcome to come on tomorrow and talking about chemtrails. But I'm sure, like Russia, if I talk about chemtrails tomorrow, is someone going to come on and go, oh, it's the Jews' fault? Or am I going to talk about GMOs and then it's going to be, and it's a Zion? Is that just going to pop up all the time? I'm glad you are. We used to live in Celle, I think it was called, in Germany, but my sister was born in Germany. No, she's not German because my mum and dad are English. My dad was, we were brought up in the army, so, you know. I do, it just does make me laugh, honest to God. I come off YouTube and I come off it and I'm just like... and when I see them videos like that going on about Tommy being a Zionist, I just laugh my head off. It's like pathetic. Is that how backwards people are? Like, there's a guy on Gran Torino's channel, and he does all the resignations, like I keep saying, from everyone that has resigned or weird things have happened, thousands of them, you know, because of what's going on in the world now and why people are resigning. And there's all these resignations all over the globe, you know, because we are winning. And the guy who puts the sort of status stuff up there, the graph, I think, if I'm correct, is German. Does that make him a bad person and a Nazi, a killing Nazi, because he's from Germany? No. So, I don't know what your point is. So, like what I was saying before in my last video, all white people are bad because all they go on about is slavery by white people, that, you know, you really need to go and check your history because that isn't the truth on everything. So, therefore, I'm a bad person. Like I said before in the last video, so all white people have got to hate themselves. No. So, what are you going on about? Do you know what I mean? What are you going on about? So, but what other things could we have a chat on tomorrow? We've got GMOs, chemtrails, flat earth, whatever. That obviously really offends some people. I said that before. There was black slave owners, Arab black slave owners. There was black who sold black and white who sold white and probably Chinese who sold Chinese. And then, like I said, I didn't, way back when, people did bad things on either side. So I think we've got to move on from that, because that, like I said, that's what Kanye West was saying. You're staying enslaved if you're staying in that mentality. Like, oh, we've got to all hate on each other and I've got to hate you because that's what you did. No, I didn't do that. Ancestors of ancestors way back and way back and way back, way back when, you know, we just weren't learning from our mistakes and trying to learn how to do things. But, you know, there's always evil. But at the end of the day, you can't blame that on people today. I've said this before, I just don't understand what people think, but I don't know why I have to keep defending that sort of thing, because some people don't understand, you know, how blame gets put on people today for something they didn't do. Like, and also, it's not always the people of the country, it's the people who are in control of the country. The elites, the powers that be, the ones above, the people who are in control of that country, like what Theresa May is trying to do and all that. It's those people, it's not the people of the country. Otherwise, we wouldn't be rising now and doing marches about stuff that we believe in, because we've been flipping wang-doodled, haven't we? Wang-doodled. Oh, some people, it just make me laugh. But what I was trying to say was, even for the bits of negative support, I guess it's all support in a way, because like I said, when you come on with your negative thoughts anyway, or your negative comments, you're coming on watching me, which is like, you're coming on giving me you might be putting a thumbs down, but you're still watching me. YouTube goes off that as well, how many watches you get and stuff. So, you know, carry on watching. You should go and be supporting the people you support. But I just wanted to say a big thank you for those who are supporting me, and I just loved the live chat of the last video because everyone was just talking. It's great. I know some of you, we all go on the same channel, which is great. It's just like a little family, a united family, because that's what this is all about at the minute. Like I said before, it's uniting together. You know, we're uniting from around the world. I know we're not together physically, but, you know, that's what's great about YouTube, and that we can unite and get our points across. And I know people say, well, you'll get trolls and that because you're putting yourself out there. I know. And I could easily do the chat with, you know, not the live chat, but disabling comments and stuff. But I don't want to do that. I like interacting with people. Like I said, if I end up wrong at the end of the day, when the snowball gets bigger and crashes and falls out everywhere and it all comes out, which it is doing, then I will say I'm wrong. But at the minute, I believe I'm right, like other people on that side believe they're right. We're all thinking we're right, but I guess we'll see at the end of the day. But I don't think we've had any Q drops today, not that I know of, because I've not been keeping track today. But I know he's busy. He's busy for his Q&A thing. Busy, busy, busy. But, oh, it just makes me laugh. It really does make me laugh. But I think tomorrow, at some point, I don't know what time, I'll probably come on for a bit of a mixed conspiracy theory chat. You know, the conspiracies that we know that aren't conspiracies. And I'm going to try and check the news at some point, or Google it about Brexit and just see what they were spouting. I might even report on that tomorrow, you know, see what they said or how they used their words and pictures, you know, what pictures they took. I mean, what will it be? Will it be pictures of a little crowd, you know, the tail end of the crowd they probably didn't get loads of people if they've actually reported on it. Then that'll just make me laugh, seeing how they've reported. It's funny. Oh, who's playing tomorrow? See, football's another thing. I believe that when we've had a lot of World Cups lately, I think it's been, and I do believe in this as well, I believe there's been a lot of money thrown into it for people not to win. As in a lot of things in sports, because sports is big money. Where there's massive money, like, oh, England, oh, I'll be watching them. What time? You know what I mean? What's that? I don't even know what that is. What's that? I don't know. You know what I mean? If it's to do with sports and lots of money and advertising and stuff like that, Like is that what you say? The NFL, is it the NFL football team in America when they were kneeling and all? When there's loads of money thrown into things, it's a bit like, probably get, I bet some teams get flipping paid not to win because it's gambling money sort of thing, isn't it? 1 o'clock. Well, I'll either come on before, it'll probably be in the afternoon, maybe after that. We'll see. Who they playing against is more interesting. Who they playing against? I don't watch sports, so have we already played one team yet? Or, like, am I just being stupid because I don't follow football? I don't know. Panama. Is this the first game? I know who played Saudi? Were they playing? Was that just my imagination? Is it the first game? Is it on normal TV? Not that I watch TV, but I might watch it. What did I hear before about? Oh, I heard some news before and I can't remember what it was about. But I'm gonna love you and leave you anyway because I don't want to be on for ages because I have been. Oh, I might check it out if I remember. But yes, the NFL is dying here because of the. Yeah, that's disgusting. I mean, they kneel. Yeah, because you're supposed to stand, for your, what's it called? Your the what's it called? The national anthem, is it? Like this, whatever hand it is, and they were kneeling, so being paid to kneel. I just think all that taxpayers' money on all the money they get, and they're doing that. I think it's disgusting. I think you shouldn't be allowed to play, sent offline or whatever you call it. I don't even think they should get as much money as they get. But that's what it's all about at the end of the day, money anyway. But yeah, I think it's my eldest son. Sports should be boycotted as well. I'll even stand for the German national anthem out of some. Yeah, exactly. But it's just wrong. That's why you think people can't see stuff like in America. If people not, they must have been kicking a fuss up about that. Like, why are they kneeling? That's wrong. That means you don't care about your flag. You're not bothered about your country and stuff. Oh, I've just platted it. It's getting on my nerves before because I'm always like that. But yeah, I just think it's wrong because do we? Get seen on camera, Tyler. But anyway, I'm going to go because I'm going to nip over to Soapbox and see some of you over there. It's like we're stalking each other. We're all stalking each other. Yeah, and I'll try and check the news out after about Brexit. See what lies they're spinning there. So see you later. Bye.